Hello everybody and welcome. Today we have the second game of France versus China. And these are the national teams. And let's take a look at our setups. We're still gonna be analyzing the strategy, and the setups have changed from our last game on Rubicon. We have got on the French side 2 elephants and spears on Hannibal, which is a very good choice. Depends on your strategy, of course. It's definitely viable. You've got, a strong infantry corps, and on the Chinese side, we have repeaters and the rest of it just being infantry. A classic combination. These are, by the way, 8 versus 8, as you might have noticed. So, the situation is a little different. Without further ado, let's take a look. So to me, it looks like the Chinese team is going to be defending at Alpha. And they're going to be, are they though? But they are sending their crossbows, so I don't know what the plan is over here. Oh, is it a mass attack? Are we seeing something else? Well, we're about to find out. From the looks of it, they're attacking through the city. They're attacking through both of the flanks, trying to find out what the enemy has. The French team, on the other hand, is defending Echo this time. They're kind of leaving it open. Foxes hidden in the leaves. They're using their elephants defensively. An interesting move. We tried it, doesn't really work. And we've got archers. I completely forgot about the French archers. Looks like that was their last pick as a way of countering the repeaters. Oh ho ho ho, that's gonna hurt. So okay. Here's another thing, one thing about mechanics and the range mechanics. If your opponent is charging, or somebody's charging into your opponent, most of your things are going to hit your allies. All of this damage came from these repeating crossbows, and that was hilarious. And now we see the archers doing damage on the crossbows. Oh, we've got some very nice arrow dodging. Oh, not good enough. And they do take a decent amount of damage. They start healing themselves using Zhuge Liang's ability. So we see a range duel in the city, but what do we see here? The Chinese have forgot about the rest of the Colosseum. On Point Charlie, it's not yet active. The French team is establishing dominance, but they're losing quite a bit of their pikes. So, I mean, it looks like they're playing a little bit defensively in this front. They're full defense on the Echo side. I don't like this attack for the Chinese team. They should have been all together, because this will let the French team completely dictate the battlefield. Like, these units can easily be routed. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. And this is also not a good look for the Chinese team, because with your glaives being inside of your pikes, there will be a lot of friendly fire. And now these repeater crossbows are taking damage from the archers, from these Kanane archers. Okay, looks like the glaives by the French got intercepted, but Blinton knows how to play it, and looks like he's gonna disengage. He's doing a lot of damage from the back of them. Now, one thing I'm not liking is that, so they're clearly under attack. They know where the French team knows where the Chinese team is exactly. There are very few corridors. What is this unit doing? It is just standing there. That's not good. Here we've got a mass attack. They better be sending it over here or over here somewhere. What else do we have here? Yeah, the the French team. Okay, they finally managed to zone them out, but like, they're gonna get zoned out. But this is not even a good thing. And here's why. It is actually to the benefit of the red team, which is the French team, for these crossbows to stay here, because they're getting shot at by the archers. By sending your Hannibal spear over here rather than to Charlie, you are actually, or to support the defense on Delta, you're actually just reducing your advantage. Like, all of those arrows that were going to hit them now just hit this building. Oh yeah, and Hannibal has no way of defending against archer fire, so now he has lost quite a bit of men over there with even though he used raised shields way too late. And the Chinese team has started contesting Delta. We've got some mass engagement against dogs going on over here. See, this is an interesting scenario where the dogs, as they die, they're just going to keep on regenerating. Okay, let's take a look here. This is just embarrassing for both sides. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a little tough on them, but you kind of have to be. I'm sure they will understand. Okay, so mistake number one. Chinese team, like, this is not a unified front, but yeah, I get it. You guys are fighting here and all that. This unit should have been assisting in this attack. Like, they're clearly toying with you. You should be able to see that there's an elephant here and he's not attacking. There has to be a reason. So you clearly don't have the troops to really attack. But you know what? This is fine. You made a bad call. That's fine. The French team, on the other hand, their goal should have been surrounding and destroying all of these units as soon as possible, because they will be gaining experience. This experience will let them rank up, and late game they will be able to win. So we've got the Chinese team winning on Charlie. We've got a bit of a pike duel going on. So it will depend on whoever wins here. Looks like Nope, the French have won the pike duel. Charlie belongs to the French team for now, but they are getting reinforcements, so we're gonna see what's going on there. Blue team, which is the Chinese team, has won in the city. I think this was a mistake on their micro. Their micro was really bad. So they lost Delta. Chinese team's also winning Charlie because they aren't getting enough reinforcements. Overcommitment to the defense of this area. Like, these foxes could have gone, these dogs could have not been there, these elephants. Okay, elephants, you left it for defense, I respect that. But then you should not be having much more units in defense. Like, the problem with elephants is that they don't synergize with anything. If anything, they actually have negative synergy with all the skirmishers. And now the Chinese team is able to push back the French team from the city. Oh, and now they captured Charlie. Yep, 4 points, bad calls, overcommitment to Echo. Overcommitment on defense. Like, you have to spread your units, because any unit that is not fighting on the attack, well, is not really doing much unless it's fighting. We had a lot of these units just standing AFK here. So yeah, the French team finally got it together and is now attacking Bravo. Chinese team already knows this and they're taking a defensive position. They've got fully healed units over here and more units on the way. And now they're able to heal up, capture Charlie, maybe even push the base. Who knows? But yeah, they'll probably stay close to Charlie so that they can analyze the situation and reinforce it as it is. That's exactly what I would be doing. And that's pretty much what they're doing. They have a defending unit on Delta. I would leave one more unit because, it's close to the base. It's probably going to be, I would leave an entire player, at least an entire defensive regiment. Charlie, I would probably push through Charlie to Echo. Bravo is under attack and I would reinforce Bravo. Definitely come and reinforce Bravo. Call back to the base, because the distance from base to the Bravo is much shorter than from Alpha to Bravo. But let's see how it develops. This match is about 3 minutes shorter than the last one. From the looks of it, the Chinese team are going to win. Got some engagement by these pikes, and these pikes are just, lower the pikes and engage. That's about it. Their entire logic is that, sure, they did a lot of damage over here, but they aren't, strategically, they aren't doing anything. They are not pushing, they're just doing damage, and if that was your strategy, sure, but it's clearly not. So yeah, because the Chinese team is able to reinforce Bravo much quicker, their healing point is right here. Yeah, now you're interrupting it? No. Elephant should have been standing on this healing point and stopping healing a long time ago before they had been contesting this point. Like, there should have been... This elephant should have been here, and this elephant should have been here. Now the elephant is down, nothing to contest, bravo. That's a GG in my book. Oh, but what do we see here? The French team is not over yet. Instead, they are overcommitting to this engagement over here. To Guan Yu... no, that's Cao Cao. So, can somebody tell me what is wrong here? 2 units are being held by 1 unit. Not good. Not a good look. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. No. It is not a good look. So what they should have been doing, Caesar should have not been engaging here. Caesar should have had a narrow formation and then ran around over here contesting this point. Perhaps engaging the units in the middle, or flanking this 1 unit, but preferably just engaging the units over here to have them rout. Instead, it is currently being held by a single unit that is good at defense. Glaives are still good at defense. This is what we learn. How you distribute your forces is very, very important. Do not... if there's one takeaway from me here, in your strategy, never overcommit. Make sure everybody is doing something. Defending is something. But there's a fine line between defense... Like, your defense should not be passive. Your defense should be active. It should be pushing, getting vision, seeing what the potential attackers have, maybe 1 unit to prevent backcapping, and that's about it. Now this elephant is just denying points. And it's dead. Yep, failed assault on point Delta from the looks of it. Like, this unit, like, is it really gonna be able to deny much of healing? I doubt it. And, like, they should have set this unit to attack these guys in the back. Had they been able to rout these, the Delta would have been in French control, but they are unable to do that. They should have been flanking a lot better. This is where the micro comes in. This is just a personal skill. You gotta be routing it. Don't fight them head on. You can't let them get enough time for reinforcements. Oh! What's this? Yeah, Echo's being captured. Really? We missed the Echo being captured? So, yeah. Pikes just lowers and then goes through his own units. Like, yes, these glaives are not going to win this engagement. They don't have to. They have that luxury, and because they are ranked up, they have higher melee defense. Which means, pikes are not going to do nearly as much damage. Now, one thing bad for the Chinese team. Yep, now he's correcting that mistake. Should have gotta be fighting on point Echo, prevent them capture. I know they have won, but you never should get cocky in a competitive game, or like in any game really. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, after all. Some good fights over here with dogs. Finally, the Caesar support arrives to support them, and just they're taking a lot less damage, as you can see. Let's speed things up a bit. I mean, at this point, this is pretty clear what is going to happen. Looks like this is going to be a 2-0 Chinese victory. Aggressive and adaptive. That's a very good strategy. But you know, you still have to designate where you're defending and where you're attacking. Yep, and yeah, they should have been routing that. Delta is under full control, and now all they need to push is Echo. 2,100 point of... Oh, they captured all 5 points. This is... Oof, this is very... Not good. Not good for the French team. Yeah, I just see very bad organization on the French team. just a lot of misplays, and the strategy-wise, like they lost both. They lost both on the strategy-wise. They overcommitted to the defense without trying to get any vision, and that just reduced the strength of the offensive, and they could not push that. So that snowballed into a continuing disadvantage. And so, with this, Chinese victory, and we'll see you next time.